The White House, meantime, is denying claims that its $9.5 billion prisoner swap with Iran has funded that Hamas attack. Our Sky News Washington correspondent Annalise Nielsen has more.
As Hamas fighters poured across the Gaza border, cheers of celebration rang out in Iran's parliament. American and Israeli intelligence were seemingly caught unaware. The immediate reaction from US Republicans: did US taxpayer dollars help fund this attack?
Handing over $6 billion to Iran only helps the cause. In explaining that to members of Congress, they said they had provisions to refreeze the money if Iran has done something wrong. They should freeze the money back today.
Last month, the Biden administration secured a prisoner swap deal with Iran. 5 Americans detained in Iran would be released in exchange for 5 Iranians held in America. And Iran would also regain access to $6 billion US. That's around $9.5 billion Australian dollars.
The United States is pursuing an arrangement in which Iranian funds held in South Korea are moved to restricted accounts in Qatar, where they would be available for humanitarian transactions only. Things like food, medicine, medical supplies, medical equipment, agricultural products.
That $6 billion US was Iranian money that had been frozen in banks in South Korea. It was former President Donald Trump who placed a total ban on Iran's oil exports and sanctions on its banking sector in 2019. And he criticised the deal at a rally over the weekend.
We agreed to free up $6 billion. And that is an absolute disaster. And I would not be at all surprised if part of that tremendous wealth that they just accumulated went into all of a sudden watching this level of aggression.
The Biden administration hasn't directly blamed Iran for the attack just yet.
So there's a long relationship between Iran and Hamas. In fact, Hamas wouldn't be Hamas without the support that it's gotten over many years from Iran. We haven't yet seen direct evidence that Iran was behind this particular attack or involved, but the support over many years is clear.
The Wall Street Journal published a report saying Iran had direct oversight over the attack and gave it the go-ahead at a meeting in Beirut, Lebanon, last week. As Iran becomes increasingly implicated in the attack, pressure will mount on the US to respond.
If Iran tries to divert the funds, we'll take action and we'll lock them up again. I also want to be clear. This is not a payment of any kind. It's not ransom. These aren't US taxpayer dollars. And we haven't lifted a single one of our sanctions on Iran. Iran will be getting no sanctions relief.
Annalise Nielsen, Sky News, Washington, D.C.